Yeah, so I guess first of all, Happy New Year, although a little bit belated. Hope you've had a good Christmas, and I hope everyone's looking forward to a good year's motorcycling and touring. With the new year comes New Year resolutions, and my resolution, after 40 years of riding motorbikes, is to actually try some off-road riding this year. So we went on the ABR festival last year, really enjoyed it, had a quick go on the beginner's course, got a bit of a bug for it actually now, so I really want to try and do some off-road riding. And living on the edge of the North York Moors, I've got no excuses. However, I don't have the skill or confidence or experience to take this little baby off-road. So, got to get another bike. Now, obviously the budget puts the Honda CR300Fs and any new bike really out of the window. Apart from maybe the Royal Enfield Himalayans, which I do like, but I just think they're a bit too heavy and a bit underpowered. So just scouring through Marketplace and a bike caught my eye. Probably because it's a bright orange. And there's your giveaway. So, this is what I've got. So yeah, so what we've got is a 2021 KTM 390X. Yeah, it's just the X. It's more road orientated than the R, which I didn't realise at the time, but yeah, it's got a smaller front wheel, a little bit less travel in the suspension, but for what I want, just for trail riding, it should be ample. I think the tyres are probably more important than anything else. Now when I bought it, it did come with a few things already fitted. It's got a little Chinese Android sat-nav system, CarPlay, Android Auto, which works fine. It also had the crash bars on, which will probably get a bit of use. I've bought some little blocks and I've stuck them on for now. You'll see there's a little foot stand extender. It's also come with these panniers, pannier racks, and it came with a plate for a top box. Now the adapter that was on was for a different type of box than what I've got. So I've got a second-hand plate and I've drilled a few holes and that's fitted on nicely. Yeah, this was handy as well because this quick release system, which we ordered on the bike, fits my Gibby bag, which I use on the multi-strad as well. So very easy now just to swap gear over. In fact, I'll just go and show you the panniers because they're quite good. KTM panniers, very lightweight. Don't look too bad really, I don't think. And they're quite big and they're lockable. There's a little lever in there. If you switch it, you can't unlock it, take it away from the bike. Otherwise it's just simple push down and slide off. So yeah, nice little panniers. So that and the little tank bag is more than enough for like a weekend away camping or something, maybe down Wales. And there's options for putting a little top box on the back as well. The one off the multistrad is probably a bit heavy for this, to be honest, but my plain passenger likes a top box on, so that's why that's there for now. It's got a nice little carbon beak on it. It's got heated grips, but they're not quite wired up properly yet. I've put a optimator on it already, and I've also put a Oxford fuse box on it because I do want to wire the Oxford grips properly off the ignition, not just on all the time. Want to add some spotlights, want to add a tyre pressure monitor system and a charger for the phone and GoPros, etc. When I rode it home, wasn't all that impressed with the smoothness of the gear change. Since then I've adjusted the clutch and it's much better now. Before you had to bring the lever right back to the handlebars, so you couldn't do a 1 or 2 finger clutch operation. Now that's sorted. The chain, right, so the chain on this is about 50mm slack, 5 centimeters. This stuff to be about the same, but I thought I'll just check. And unbelievably, the chain slack on this is between 5 and 7mm. I can't understand it, but that's what this says it is. So that's why I've done it. But the book also says that you should do it with the back wheel off the ground, i.e. on a paddock stand. So one of the first purchases I got was some rear bobbins to put up on the rear wheel. So I've adjusted that, and I've been out on it again, and it's much smoother. Gear changes are much better. It's also got a Quickshifter, which was off when I got it. Not sure, but on the menu I've turned it back on. To be honest, it's not the best of Quickshifters. Probably spoilt on that bike because that Quickshifter is amazing. But it's something I'll get used to. And I think off-road, if you can do quick shifting, I think it's just an advantage. So one of the things that I do need to sort out though is each time I've been on it, it has stalled. And when I say stalled, it's just stopped. It hasn't like chug 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 as in a fuel issue. It's just stopped as if you've turned the ignition key off. Now, I've done a bit of research. A lot of people do blame the fuel map, which could be. So maybe a fuel X might be an addition sometime soon. Others say it could be the side stand. Well, I've flicked the side stand up and down loads of times, and every time it tells you on the display that it's on, so it can't be that. Others say it's the clutch switch. Now I can't quite understand, so if you know, tell me why a clutch switch would make the bike stop. I just can't figure it out. That's why the clutch is in or out, the engine still runs, and the only thing I can think of for clutch switch is so you can start the bike up in gear with the clutch in. Anyway, I'm a bit lost on that one, but I am going to take the clutch switch apart, give it a lubrication, put it back on and see if that helps it at all. So like I said, just got it. I have, however, got a parcel in the garage, actually several parcels from AliExpress and the usual Chinese places. I've ordered a bigger screen because that screen's rubbish. Like I say, I've ordered a tyre pressure monitor system, which also has a USB charge point built into it. I've ordered some quad lock clamps. Obviously I fitted the bobbins, fitted the fuse box already. Oh, and I fitted Optimate charge point so I can keep it on the Optimate. I've ordered some of those ball adjustable mirrors as well. There, the bobbins I put on to lift the rear wheel off the ground. So I put the two bikes together there. As you can see, this seat height is far higher than this one. It must be a good, I don't know, a couple of inches. I'm pretty much flat-footed on the Multistrada. On this one I'm on my tippy toes, but it does have, I forgot to mention actually, it came with a Powerparts comfy seat, which is really nice. That's really comfortable. And the journeys I've had on it so far, I think that seat's brilliant. Really comfortable. Right. So I've had a couple of rides on it, and the bike will easily do the speed limits in this country and a bit more, and we'll do them two up as well. So a 390cc machine, I think it's over 40 brake horsepower, plenty of power for what I would need. In fact, with the bike's power and the comfort, even the pillion seat, the pillion's comfortable on this. We feel we could probably tour on this. Maybe not round Europe like we're planning on this year on the Multistrada. We're going to the World Ducati Week in Misano this year, coming back via the Dolomites and the Alps. That's going to be a brilliant trip, that one. I thought I'd quickly just show you there. This is my small quick release bag. Do have a larger one, but I think that'd be ample. With these two panniers and the top box on, and the engine's powerful enough, certainly for one, and I even think for two people touring on this. So even though I didn't actually buy it for touring, I think it would be ideal for something like the NC500 in Scotland on the single track roads. And Ireland, I think it'd be perfect for Ireland's roads as well, because again you have a lot of single track roads. With it being a small lightweight bike, oh man, I think it would do. I think it would tour. Now I have actually bought a tent as well for this year coming up. We've never camped when we've toured before. We actually thought the World Ducati Week in Misano, which we're going to on the Ducati, was a camping event, but it's not. So I could strap the tent and accessories to the back of here, pop up to Scotland for a week. I think it would do it. I think the engine's got more than enough power for 2 up and a bit of luggage and a tent on the back, so I think that's one of our options this year. That's going to be good fun, that. Yeah, definitely going to do that. So I hope you stick with us and maybe subscribe to the channel and follow us on this year. See how the off-roading goes, see how the touring goes, and yeah, just generally have some fun motorcycling. Can't wait. But for now, it's going back on the bike because I am freezing and I've got some stuff to do on the bike. I've got my parcels from AliExpress to open up, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Right, catch you next video. Bye. Did I tell you I like the colour? I love the colour.